Uh, uh, um, you know, you see that? How unattractive is that? If you've ever left a conversation thinking, why did I say that? Or I should have explained myself better, then this episode is for you. Because today, we're breaking down communication anxiety, why we self-sabotage when we speak, and how to fix it. And trust me, by the end of this short episode, you will never look at communication the same way again. So welcome back. This is Sarah Kamal, and you're listening to The Executive's Diary, a podcast where we go beyond the corner office and talk about the real skills that lead to success. So last episode, we talked all about mindset shifts and everything you need for growth. But you know what's even more important? Being able to express yourself in a way that people actually hear you. Because let's face it, it's not always the smartest or the hardest working person who gets ahead. It's the person who can clearly communicate their ideas and get people to believe in them. So if you're ever stared at your thoughts in a meeting, wondering what if you're about to say something that's actually dumb, or rambled so much that even you lost track of your point, or walked away from a conversation feeling like you didn't come across the way you wanted to, then you're in the right place. I got you. Today we're talking about how to speak with confidence, clarity, and impact without overthinking every word we speak. And I'm going to start with a very humbling personal story. A few days ago, I attended a high-stakes meeting. It had these CEOs, COOs, senior executives, all very fancy people, you know. A kind of a meeting where people sip expensive coffee, nod thoughtfully, and use phrases like, "Let's circle back," when they actually really mean no. And I had to present some of my own ideas. And let me tell you, I came prepared. I knew my content inside out, my body language, on point. And I was dressed like I belong on the cover of the Forbes. And when my turn came, I went all in. I projected confidence, I made eye contact, I threw in some strategic hand gestures like I'm delivering this TED Talk of the century. I sat down feeling like a complete rock star. Then a close friend of mine, who was also there in the meeting, leaned over and whispered, "Damn, you were a kind of show-off." And it felt like a punch to the gut. Because in my head, I had killed it. But instead of sounding confident, I came off as someone trying too hard. And mind you, this friend of mine, he's not a jealous type. His remarks are always honest and on point. And that's when it hit me. I had completely misread the room. That moment made me realize something. When we are in high-pressure situations, meeting, presentations, or even social settings, we usually fall into one of the two traps. The overthinkers, they second-guess everything. So much so that they either freeze or stumble. Should I speak now? Wait, did somebody else already say this? Nobody nodded at me while I was speaking. Oh my God, what if I'm sounding stupid right now? And the overcompensator. By the way, I'm one of them. They try so hard to sound smart and confident that they come off as rehearsed, robotic, or even arrogant. Let me use some complex words. Let me over-explain. Let me say everything I know and keep my biggest smile on. When someone else is talking, let me vigorously nod my head. Stop. No. All this while I keep thinking I'm so charismatic, while everyone else in the room felt that I was a show-off. Either way, the problem is we are not good at connecting with our audience. And connection is everything when it comes to communication. Well, there is this very well-known psychologist, Professor Dr. Albert Mehrabin, and he researches a lot about this topic. There are 3 elements of communications according to him. And the most effective communication is not just about what you say, it's about how you say it. So he does this division between three categories, starting with words. The words you're using to express yourself. Well, words, however, according to him, carry just 7% of emphasis. 7% among 100. Logic being, people forget most about what you said. They remember how you made them feel. Second is the tone of voice, which, according to him, has 38% of emphasis. A warm and confident tone makes people want to listen. A rushed or clipped tone makes you sound nervous or insincere. And then we have the body language, which, according to his research, is allotted 55% of emphasis. Your posture, your gesture, your hand movements, and your facial expressions, they speak louder than words. This explains why some people can say the simplest of things and still sound impressive, while others could recite an entire Wikipedia page and still lose everyone's attention. So next time you're worried about finding the perfect words, know that words are only as important as how they make others feel. And I too did my research and I came up with some tips. You want to sound smarter, more confident, like someone who has their act together? Pause. Yes, the power of pauses. Pause before you speak. Ever noticed how great leaders like Obama, Steve Jobs, Warren Buffett, they never rush their words. They speak with intention. They let their ideas land before moving on. But most of us, we fill every second with, basically, for instance, we go like, so what can we do about this? Pause. Like, that's a great question. Pause. And then say, the answer is, go ahead. Pauses make you seem more thoughtful, prevents rambling commands, and gets people more attention. People lean in when you pause. So next time you're about to speak, take a 2-second pause. You will feel powerful. The second tip I have, keep it simple. Einstein was right. He had once said, if you can't explain it simply, you don't understand it well enough. A common mistake, trying to sound too intellectual. Let's play a quick game. Which one sounds better? We must leverage strategic synergies to optimize cross-functional alignment. Or, let's work together more efficiently. One is a corporate nonsense, and the other is a clear and direct command. See the difference? Simplicity wins every single time. Coming to the third, I think, we're on the third tip, right? Yeah. The rule of 3. Make your words stick. Here's a weird fact about our human brain. It loves pattern. That's why some of the most memorable speeches, slogans, and ideas flow with the rule of 3. 3 keys, 3 ideas, 3 words. For example, great communication is clear, concise, and compelling. We need to be faster, smarter, and more adaptable. Or, this project will help us save time, cut costs, and increase efficiency. See how easy that was? It works every time. It's easy to remember. It makes you sound structured. It gives your speech a natural rhythm. So next time you're explaining something, break it into 3 key points and watch how much more powerful it sounds. Let's go to number 4. Match your energy to the room. You ever been in a conversation where someone's energy was just off? Like talking too loudly and animatedly in a serious meeting. They seem unprofessional. Or speaking too softly and passively in a brainstorming session. They will get ignored. Great communicators don't just speak, they adjust. So look around. How is everyone else speaking? If the energy is high, match it. If it's more formal, tone it down. And no, you don't need to fake anything. You're just making sure your energy fits the moment. Coming to number 5. There's something else. Facts don't move people. Stories do. Yes, I'm talking about the art of storytelling. Think about it. What's more memorable? Number 1. Public speaking is important for career success. Or Warren Buffett once said that the most valuable skill you can develop is public speaking because it raises your value by 50%. Here's another one. Customers love our product. Or last week, a customer emailed us saying our product helped them land their dream job. You see that? Stories create emotion. Emotion creates connection, and connection builds trust. Tell stories, not just facts. That's what makes people listen. Wow, these were the 5 power pack points already. And I just have 5 more for you. Are you ready? Coming to the next one. Always start strong. First impressions are everything. People decide within 10 seconds whether they want to listen to you. Let me give you an example again. This is a week opening. So today, I want to talk about something really important. Versus, let me tell you a quick story about how I completely embarrassed myself in a meeting last week. You see that? Your first sentence should grab attention. A bold statement, a story, a question, whatever. Create curiosity, make them want to hear more, and set the tone for your message ahead. Start strong, else you risk losing your audience before you even begin. Next tip is ask more questions. Yeah, people love talking about themselves. It makes them instantly like you. So let them talk about themselves. Instead of saying, "That's interesting," say, "That's interesting. What led you to that conclusion?" Instead of saying, "I agree," say, "I agree. What do you think is the biggest challenge here?" People feel so valued when they're heard. And the more you listen, the smarter you sound when you do speak. By the way, here's an easy way to sound 10 times more confident. Cut out the filler words. Yeah, that is our 8-pointer. I think that we should maybe try a different approach. Versus, we should try a different approach. It sounds so simple, but super hard to rectify, I know. But trust me, it can be fixed. Record yourself by speaking. Listen to the filler words. Pause intentionally instead of saying, Slow down your speech. It naturally reduces those fillers. Intentional words have a way of stronger message. And yeah, here we come to our 9th pointer. And that is mirror and match your audience without sounding fake. You ever notice how some people just click? They click with everyone they meet. That's because they subtly mirror the other person's speaking style. If you're speaking to a fast-paced, high-energy person, match their speed and enthusiasm. If you're speaking to a calm, analytical person, slow down and be more structured. Mirroring builds connection and trust. It makes people feel like you get them. The key? Do it subtly. You want to match their vibe, not mimic them. And with practice, it always becomes better. Practice in every single conversation. It'll get easier. Coming to our very last point. Practice, practice, practice. Not just in your head, but out loud. Record yourself. Practice in front of a mirror. The more you practice actual speaking, the more natural and confident you'll sound. And with that, I'm coming to the very end of this episode. Give yourself a huge shout out for staying with me this long. It does not matter how communicative you are right now, because you're one of those rarest people who's recognizing that there's a problem and willing to take the first steps to correct it. And that willingness is super attractive. So some final thoughts. Communication is a superpower. great communication isn't about sounding smart. It's about making others understand and connect with you. Because at the end of the day, your ideas only matter if people are actually hearing them out. Use these tips and comment below or DM me what your experiences are. And I would love to hear from you. You can reach me out on LinkedIn. I'll leave the link below of my page. And maybe next episode we'll feature some of your comments. Until next time, speak with intention, listen with purpose, and own the room. You got this.